Hello and welcome, each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga linguistic international coach therapist from DCTcentre. Also, I am true speaker, healer, energy worker, guide, mentor, co-creator, galactic ambassador from Pleiadians. And with me today again is two wonderful ladies. Morganne Rayne, spiritual consultant, gratefully providing access to high dimensions of being. Morgan has been called the healer of healers as a way to describe unique spiritual tools she shares. Morgan is here to serve those who seek great understanding of their sacred spiritual self, have deep desire to integrate the consciousness in 3D world. And Jeannie Reyna, licensed psychotherapist in the state of Washington, work primarily with early childhood trauma, sexual abuse, and emotional neglect, helping clients empower themselves. Jeannie sees herself as lifetime student of growth. She continually takes classes to enhance her knowledge base. At present, Jeannie is studying internal family systems. So, hello, my wonderful, beautiful friend. How you been?
I'm good, but you need to add on to yours, Master of Energy Chords. Onto your who you are.
You are just joking, or
no, I'm not joking.
you get some downloads now.
Hey, the thing is, we were, this is a pre-conversation, people. For this is for everyone who's listening now, right? Of course we have a pre-conversation. We get things we understand and know how to do. Sometimes are not, we don't know it until we know it, right? We don't, all of a sudden they're revealed to us, right? And that got revealed to Dega this week. It's been revealed to me over the years, things that I know how to do and that I didn't even know how to do, but I did know how to do it. And I'm sure that's happened to Jeannie. And just being in the presence of whatever we're doing, and then all of a sudden it just shows up that, oh my God, I know how to do that. So I think that's kind of like a consciousness that we have going on right now is like, what else do we know how to do? What else do I know? So I just want to throw that out there.
I just thinking, I just thinking about what you said just now goes together what I was reading before, and it was from Aurora. Aurora was saying, we have now just passed through 888 Lionsgate portal where we all made quantum leap to highest timeline. Since then, we are under extremely volatile cosmic energy, which is helping us learn how to adjust and adapt to our new vibrational level. This past week has been chaotic as many of our deepest layers of ego, wounding, fears, doubts, etc., have been surfacing. Remember that as we climb to each new vibrational altitude, we must stabilize and adjust before proceeding. With each new level, we must surrender and let go of more density and more baggage. Uh, and I get another quote: surrender when you stop struggling, you will float. So I think you started, and I just keep going with it. Yeah, just what we talk about.
Yep.
We need to surrender to our changes. We need to surrender whatever goes on around us so we can flow.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, because if we don't surrender to what's going on around us, we're resisting it. And when we resist it, we're not flowing. We are in, we get, and we try to push it away. It reminds me of this saying that we used to say, there is no law of get away from me. There's only a law of attraction. There is no law of get away from me. So when we're trying to push something away from me, that resistance energy is that trying to push it away from us. There is no law of get away from me. There's only a law of attraction. So the more you're pushing away from you, you're actually attracting in the get away from me energy, right? So, and I wrote down something that you were reading from Aurora, which I love. When we climb to our new vibrational altitude, right? So, and really, that's what we've been doing, right? We come to these places in our lives where, you know, we get where we've been lower, and we've talked about this throughout the years, that lower frequency density on that map of consciousness, right? Those lower frequencies of shaming, blaming, guilt, you know, all that good, juicy human 3D stuff, right? But that is not what we yearn for. That is not what we know, you know, we know we are, right? We yearn for it, we desire it, those higher frequencies of joy and love and bliss and goodness and all that good stuff, right? That's that vibrational altitude that we're reaching for, that we're climbing to. And if we resist the where we are, then we're resisting those beautiful high frequency vibrations that we yearn for, that we are actually in vibration to and in harmony to, but we block them out because we resist them, because we're, you know, we might be scared or we don't know, right? Yeah. So anyway.
So in the psychology field, there's a saying, what we resist persists. And it's, again, you know, whatever we're resisting, we have to sit with and be with. And it's usually a younger part of us, and we try to give it a missing experience. So say it's shame, we can just talk to that younger part, feeling the shame, and comfort it, and as best we can. And because whenever that happened to us as a younger person, we were never comforted. You know, we were outcast. And so it's very important that what we persist, that what we resist, we take in. When we notice we're resisting it, and taking it, and just give it attention, and give it missing experience.
Yeah, and take that younger self of us on that vibrational ride up, right?
Right.
Help that little one of us that actually knows, that is closer to it than even we are. Take that vibrational escalator up, the frequency.
Right.
Yeah.
But before that person, that younger one, can do that, they need, because until they sit with the feeling, they're frozen in that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's welcoming the feeling, whatever it is, and just sitting with it. So and once we give it the missing experience, that's when it can soar. That's when it just takes a mindfulness and patience to just sit there with it. And a lot of people want to resist it and don't want to go there, and have all kinds of problems with their younger self, and that's not helping them. It's their job as the adult to really form a different relationship with their younger self.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they're doing as the adult is treating them the same way the adults treated them as a child.
Yeah. Exactly.
see, I can see that it's difficult for them. I've been seen and done it, yeah. It is difficult, and I'm still working on things which I keep in me, yeah, and still working with lots of things, but it's not easy, and I find in my clients as well, it's not easy. I just had first this work with young self with childhood trauma, and she, after our meditation, she said it was difficult. First part I didn't like it. I said you're not supposed to like it. Yeah, it was difficult. Yeah.
Right. And it is difficult because we've never, they never had the experience. That younger part of us never had the experience before. And so it just about matter of practice. You know, we're doing something completely different that we've never done before. And so it's not going to be easy. It's just about, you know, whenever we start something, it's always a little difficult until we get it. And then once we get it, it just starts flowing. But it has to practice. You know, life is about practicing. And I don't think, you know, I think what I'm talking about is we do the rest of our lives, because there's always strands that are coming in and showing up about things that from childhood. You know, we could say, oh, what we thought we worked on that, but it's coming from a different angle. And so it's constantly doing your work.
Yeah, that's like I saying to many of my clients who been through sessions, a lot of sessions, and who thinking about quitting therapy. I said, yes, okay, you can quit. That's fine, yeah. But I would suggest at least once a month come and check in. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
check in, because it's it's really keeps you. Yes, you have the tools. You have already been through lots of things, but in this month, lots of things coming up, lots of challenges, new challenges coming up. Yeah, and checking in with therapist at least once a month, it helps keep you in check. It keeps you moving forward.
Right.
And you feel you're not alone. Yeah, like if I didn't have my mentor, then I would probably feel completely alone. But I know I'm only email away. Yeah.
Right.
So
And I think what this is bringing up something that I noticed with some people. Um, they think that nothing's there, like, you know, oh, they've done all their work, but really what they're doing is they're still avoiding. They don't want to feel what's uncomfortable. And so it's easy to say, oh, I'm done. But the truth is we're never done. And there's always going to be something if we're really doing our work and being mindful about what is coming up, and really doing our work. There's always something there. And yeah, I've talked to many people saying, oh, I've done my work, you know, this and that. And, you know, and I'm just like, okay.
no, for me it's people after 6 sessions. Oh, I done. Thank you very much. You've been very helpful. My work is done. Okay, if you
Right.
say
If you say
Right.
so.
if you say so,
Right.
fine.
And what you're speaking about is people at different levels. And so you know, it just like what we were talking about the younger child, even going to do your own work is scary. And so we go into it at different levels, and you know, we go on the surface level and we go clear everything, and then we're like, okay, we're done. And then it gets a little deeper and deeper. And so it's you know, I've been like, oh, I'm done. You know, I mean, I think we all do it, you know, in the beginning. and then we realize, oh, okay, now we get it, and I don't know if I said this before, but the shamans, there's many shamans around the world, and in order to be a shaman, one of the things that they commit to is doing their work for the rest of their lives, because we all have impact on each other, and the more we do the work, the less impact we have, negative impact we have. And so it's about doing our work and clearing our own stuff, so we're not putting on other people.
Exactly, and I think I actually see as layers of onion. You peeling onion, yeah, because okay, some very fast in 6 sessions you probably peel the skin off, yeah, but that's about it. All onion is still nice and tight, and there it is, yeah. But I, with my own sessions, I can see that I'm going in completely different level now, which I never been before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where even some 5 sessions ago, I probably won't even understand what we're talking about in this session. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you sort of going deeper and deeper and deeper, and I don't see the end of it. And as more I have knowledge, as more I clearing out something, I want to know more. I
Right.
already know that I want this connection. I want this uh, time traveling and all rest of it. I want this to myself. I want to experience this. I can't tell you what kind of feeling I had when I first time travel in my last session with Morganne. That was that was so funny, so scary to go there. It was scary. To come back was funny and downhearted, I would say. Because when I go there, it was like I feel like I'm in a tunnel where I don't have enough air in the lungs, and something is sort of missing in this traveling, yeah. But when I came back, I felt that somebody is like rolling some big, uh, there is. Ferries passing, chain ferries who pass some tight water spaces. We here have Swanage chain ferry, yeah? And I felt like somebody is rolling this chain ferry with me on end. I'm like the ferry coming back, yeah? But the worst part was when closer I came back to me sitting in this chair, yeah, I felt heavier and heavier and heavy. I felt this horrible heaviness of my body suit.
Yep. The
I
density.
I felt I literally I was like that. My shoulders was going down. I couldn't pick up my shoulders to start with.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was so interesting experience, and I most definitely next session I want to time travel. I love it.
Yeah, and learning how to come into the density in your light body so that you're not experiencing the density so heavily. So we'll work on that. Mhm.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Every single time is something new, and some
Yeah.
another layer of me is taken off. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
still plenty to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted to say, when when we think we have done our work, one of the easiest ways to realize we haven't is when we judge others.
Yeah,
That we still have work to do.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if we
And
don't
that's
know
true.
what our work is, we just have to know. We have to look at what we're judging other people about, and that's our work.
Mm-hmm.
That's our own work.
Or judging ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep.
As well.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So about surrendering. We need to surrender. We need to surrender to move forwards, to flow,
Yeah.
flow,
Yeah.
to be in the flow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You do. This week, this has been a potent week. We did some great work last Tuesday when we did, like in the meditation we did last week, releasing a lot of contractual things. And I hope everybody had an opportunity to really go back and really listen to and really practice what those releases were, right? Because there was sheer magic in those release statements. Because it was releasing on all kinds of levels, ancestrally, cosmically, dense, the density, the contracts, the agreements, the vows, all of that stuff. And all of that stuff will keep you bound up here and locked into the density. So this week, and now we're in a super blue moon phase. Like we went from this whole period, this last couple of weeks have been that Lionsgate portal, that whole energy of that has given us a real opportunity to clear, and just exactly what we're talking about here. Work with all of this energy, all of this, all this trauma energy, all the inner child work, all of this, giving us an opportunity to really dive deep into it. It's like giving us a portal into it to really do the work. Now, when we do it for ourselves, of course, we're assisting others in doing this, which is phenomenal because some people aren't yet awake to do the work, which is in itself sad, but we're here. We agreed we would do it, and in us doing it, we are assisting others in either doing the work at some other point or riding our coattails on the energy, which I don't care. It's good. I am willing to do that. So this week, a couple of days ago, I literally took a piece of paper, and I'll have to say, Jeannie knows this. We've had phenomenal weather here. This phenomenal weather pattern. It started a couple of days ago where all of a sudden it got black storms, like wind like you can't believe, black like you can't believe, thunder like I don't know, it like came from the core of the planet, thunder that shook, and then the lightning, like it wasn't like lightning bolts, it was like the firmament was lit up. It was like all over this incredible light. And it was like a storm like you've never seen before. It was phenomenal. We had it 2 days. We had it one night, and then we had it. What was it? Yesterday? Was it yesterday too? Yeah, yesterday we had it as well. Same phenomenon. The yesterday's wasn't as long, but the night before. So and then we lost power. I don't know if you lost power, but we lost.
And we don't usually get thundering and lightning here.
We don't, right? We don't. And it was a display, and for a very long period of time. So when it was interesting, because I had already planned to do this piece of release work. And as I was planning here now, all this thunder starts, and I go, oh, this is perfect. And so I just sat, and then the power went out. And So I just took this one sheet of paper and I wrote down every contract that I had with everybody. I just started writing them. It was like pinging all over this piece of paper, right? It didn't like any of it make any sense. And I just kept it to a piece of paper. I didn't want to like make sheets of paper or write anything about it. I didn't want any emotionality in it. I just wanted to write what the contracts were, who they were with, kind of one statement about what they were about. And then I just sat with all these contracts that I had with all these beings that I contracted with. And then I took and I kind of made it into like this little funnel shape. No, I took and flipped over the paper. And on the back side, I wrote on I release all of these contracts. I release everyone in love and light. I release you all to your highest and best. I release, it's like all this beautiful release everyone and everything to their highest and best. And then when I was done, right, and myself included, and all this beautiful forgiveness, I took that piece of paper and I made this funnel out of it. And then in the funnel, I like added sage leaves and cedar, sprinkle a little bit of cedar oil. And then I took it outside, and this was going to be the beginning of the full moon. And then the rain stopped and the lightning stopped. And I went outside and I burned it. That one piece of paper burned for over an hour.
Wow.
It wouldn't stop burning. It burned and it burned, and then it would flare up, and then it get smoky, and then it'd burn and it would burn and it would, and it was just, and I just sat in the presence of all of these contracts being released, and I was giving thanks for all the releasing, and I was imagining it wasn't only just for me and for all the contracts, but it's for everyone and all their contracts, and that, we had entered into this time where we don't have to make these contracts. And finally, it wasn't going out. It just wasn't going out. And it was just one piece of paper. And I'm like, okay, so like it's getting late, and it's like I can't leave it out there burning, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. So I have these spritzers, have like inspire and clear. I don't know. They have, you can spray in your home, and so I went in and I go, well, I'll spray some of those things on it. Right. And the first one was clear. So I went and sprayed clear. I sprayed clear on it and went, it flamed up really big. And I went, okay, so clear just made it bigger. Right. So then I went and I got, something else. I sprayed, and that made it flame up. And then I just sat with it, and then I sprayed on inspire. And when I sprayed on inspire, it went, and it just calmed all down. And I just wait for the inspiration. I'll just wait for the inspiration. And then the whole thing just smothered out and was calm. So the whole process took about an hour and a half for one piece of paper to clear. And, when we do this kind of work, you don't judge about what the process is going to be, how that's going to look. And Jeannie knows, she's done ceremonies with me, like when we've done clearing in homes, right? She just did a clearing with me where if it's burning, if it's going, you just continue to let it. If it's smoking, you just let it go. And if you just let it go, you let it go, you let it go until it's clean and it's clear, and you honor it. And when it's clean and it's clear, then you back away. You let it take its course. and I let it take its course. And then the next day I woke up from it, and it was like, it felt like I'd lost like 50 pounds. I felt like I was floating because I didn't have all those tethers of all those contracts any longer. They had been cleaned, they had been cleared, they had been forgiven, that, you know, all that work that I had done. And we're still in that phase. Anyone can continue to do that work.
Are you, when you do this, are you doing like past lives and generational?
Yep. I did it all.
Right. And when you clear it, do you believe you're clearing it for the other person as well?
Yep.
That's really good.
Absolutely.
How do you remember so many persons?
What I did was sit with, who am I to, who's the contract? I just allow it to come to me. And I just write it down. What is the, and it was like weird because it would, like, it'd be someone I forgot about. And I went, wow, okay. And I'd write that down. Like there was a woman that I had a brief friendship relationship with. And I remember when I let that relationship go, there was something that she said that was so cruel, right? It was so mean. And it was like, and in that, and in that moment, I had made that decision. Oh, this isn't my tribe right here, right? You know, but it was, that statement was still hung inside of me, right? So it was like, oh, interesting. Let's clear that, right? So I didn't even know that that was still hung inside of me. But there was somewhere there was a contractual agreement between us to clear that, for me to clear that. So I just sat in the presence of, and I sat willing to exhaust whatever was coming forward to be cleared.
That's beautiful.
That's doing the work. That's doing the work.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the forgiveness work, right? And today, I think what we're going to do when we do meditation is I'm going to help everyone work on clearing their contracts with people and doing the forgiveness work, because it's we're not going to do it right now. We'll do it when meditation time comes in a few minutes. But I think that it's pivotal for where we're going, because if we still got any of that inside of us, we're not going to move forward. We're going to move forward and 2 steps back. We're going to move a little bit forward and we're going to go back. We want to keep moving. We want to climb to our new vibrational altitude. I love that. We want to climb to our new vibrational altitude and keep going. We don't want to keep coming back down. We want to keep going back. Keep climbing higher.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe because you planning to do very strong, very serious meditation, maybe we start this meditation earlier today. How you think, or not? Okay. I'm the only one who is always pushing for meditation.
I know you are. Do it.
I love them, and you both like, oh no.
I love meditation.
Let's have a chat. Because I think those previous previous show, meditation was absolutely so strong, so powerful. So everybody, absolutely everybody who is watching now and who will be watching us, please go back to our previous show. And our previous show is very powerful meditation. I even put in description that it's extremely powerful meditation. Yeah.
Yep. And go back and listen to it again and do that releasing work in there, because those statements in there release from they unlock what I'm being told is they unlock it from all frequencies, all that, even that you don't realize. And I think that's why I was able to do such deep releasing work the other day, was because I did that. When I do those meditations, they're for me too. They're I don't make those things up. That stuff is given to me. That's for me too.
I think when we're working with clients as well, this meditation is not only for the client. It's really together. I'm there. I even see the pictures what client is seeing.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm there as well. I think that works for both of us. So
Yep.
sort of, I'm working with client at the same time I'm working with myself as well, and learning from client and learning from all experiences constantly.
Yep. Yep. And Jeannie, doing the parts work, right? When we're doing parts work, right? We are the aspect of us that is sacred. That part of us, right? It's like that part doesn't get out very much. And that's a part of us that is waking up.
Right. And it, in IFS, they talk about that self part that that is never broken. It's the true self of who you are. And these parts, these different parts that are causing discomfort in you are things that need to be healed, but you always have the full self in you, the healed. And so that's when in IFS, they say the client knows best, because they truly know that when they get in touch with that self part that knows their highest best self, it's fascinating.
It is fascinating. And it's fascinating to meet the parts of yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because a lot of times people think, oh, I'm an angry person, but that's only a part. You're a lot more than just being angry.
I used to be an angry person.
I did too.
Yeah.
Me too. And from anger I became sarcastic.
You became what?
I use sarcastic.
Oh yeah. Sarcasm.
I use Tavan a lot
Mm-hmm.
to somehow control anger, to not go on somebody with rude words and fists.
Yeah, some people use sarcasm as humor, and it's unprocessed.
I done that. I done that a lot. I use black humor and sarcasm a lot at that time when I was just starting my journey. I use a lot.
Yeah.
But now I don't. That's probably is worked through. I don't need that anymore. I use different techniques.
Yeah, and anger actually is a higher vibration than shame. It is.
Oh yeah.
It really is. It's a higher vibration than blame. So when we're looking at frequency, uh, using anger can uh, catapult us into a higher frequency if we're using it correctly.
Right.
So,
And in the psychology field, they say that when men do their work, they get softer. When women do their work, and when men start to wake up, they get softer. When women start to wake up, they get angry. And that's when you're really doing your work. It's you need to get angry. It's saying something's not right here.
I've been through a lot because I've been in wrong relationships. I've been in absolutely wrong workplaces. I've been in contact with absolutely wrong friends. It's a lot of things. Yeah, but when I start to realize that, yeah, I was angry, but I was really masking this with sarcasm and black humor.
mhm.
I told all my management in face exactly what I want to say, only with humor and with sarcasm,
Right.
and and they cannot do anything about it because I didn't say even one bad word towards them. Yeah, but everything else they have to listen. So yeah, I was doing some sort of that kind of way. I was getting my message across to them.
Yep. It was your strategy to communicate.
Yeah, I think I already then started to implant some codes in somebody just with different strategies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Well, very cool. Well, you about ready to do a little bit of a let's see where
I'm
we go with
ready.
this meditation.
I'm ready. I'm
Oh,
always
there
ready.
you are. All right, everyone. Let's see where Source wants to go with this bit of a meditation. So again, I'm going to invite everyone to just come really present. And this is a time in where we are, how the stars are aligned, where the presence of the moon is, this divine opportunity where things are aligned in our favor. And we want to take advantage of that. And in our favor right now is this once in a blue moon, super moon that is aligned for our good to usher in our harvest, our goodness. And all that we have to do to receive this is to release and let go everything that no longer serves us. Take a breath in. And just imagine all I have to do is release and let go. All that no longer serves me. And so today, we will assist you with releasing and letting go what no longer serves you. And so today, we will begin with contracts that you have formed, contracts that you are aware of, and contracts that you are not aware of. And so just become very conscious where you are. And I would like for you to invite up into your mind someone that you have a contentious relationship with, a relationship that is very difficult for you, a relationship that is maybe not even serving you, a relationship that maybe is not even ongoing. And maybe this person is not even alive anymore. That's okay. Just allow your beingness to reveal to you a person, a relationship that you have a contract with. And see that person, experience that person, but also as you are experiencing that person, experience what the contract is. And you know what the contract is because of how you experience this person. How do you feel? Do you feel sadness? Do you feel shame? Do you feel anger? Do you feel hurt? Do you feel abused? Do you feel sadness? Have you been abandoned? Whatever has occurred, I'd like for you to see in your hands a piece of paper that says, my contract with, and then see the name of the person on this piece of paper. And hold that piece of paper in your hand, your contract with this person. And I want you to hold the contract up between you and the person, acknowledging, I have a contract with you. And I am now making a decision right now to release this contract because our contract is now over. We completed our contract. Our contract is now null and void. We accomplished what it is we came here to do, and now this contract is over. And I would like you and invite you from the very top of the contract in the middle to begin to tear the contract. Tear the contract in two. And just see yourself tearing the contract in two. And as you tear the contract in two, see the person that you have the contract with begin to disappear from your view. And as they disappear from their view, bless them. I bless you. I receive all the gifts that were given in our relationship. I forgive you for anything that occurred that caused harm. thank you for the fulfillment of the contract. And allow the person to disappear as well as the contract. And then come back to your own self. Come back to your heart. Come into your beingness. Take a breath in. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for any resistances, for any responsibility I have. I release and I let go all patterns of behavior. I release and I let go. I release and I let go. Breath in. I release myself with love. I release myself in peace. Now just sense and feel into your own beingness. Sense and feel into the former contract, the former relationship. Do you truly have a sense of forgiveness and release? Continue to bless this one that you had the contract with, blessing them on their journey, blessing them for all the things you learned in the process. Come back to yourself. Think about all that you learned from that unique relationship and through that contract. Maybe you learned patience. Maybe you learned to love yourself. Maybe you learned to care for others. Whatever it is, take from the whole situation the gifts and just live with and in the gifts that were given. And you are welcome to do this exercise with all the beings that you have contracted with. And to help you, we will do one more. Sit quietly as your beingness invites up one more person. Just allow this person to come up easily and effortlessly. And see that person there that you may have a contract with, that you may have a conscious contract with or an unconscious contract with. And notice that what the feelings are that you have, and what the feelings are that you have when you consciously call this person up. And notice in your hands the piece of paper. My contract with, and fill in the piece of paper, the name on the piece of paper. And maybe you'll see the words on the piece of paper that outlines your contract with this person. And as you stand there with this person and this contract, and if you are ready to release this connection, this contract with this person, do so by beginning to tear the contract deliberately. I release you. I release our contract together. I release it in love and in light. I release you on your journey of love and light. And I release me on my journey of love and light. We did our best. Thank you. And then allow the person to just disappear, the contract disappear, and come back to yourself. I forgive myself for any and all of my responsibilities in that contract. I forgive myself for any of the needs I had to have in that relationship. I forgive myself for any of the sufferings. I forgive myself. And just come back to yourself. And this time, we're going to make a contract. We're going to make a contract with our higher self. And I invite you to imagine what your higher self looks like. Just allow yourself to bring forward an image of your higher self. Maybe it's a light being. Maybe it's a beautiful orb. Maybe it's just a feeling. And I invite you to have a sit down with your higher self. Sit down at a table with a piece of paper and a beautiful pen. And this contract is between you two. And it's already been written. It just needs to be signed. This contract between you and your higher self. What does it say on your contract between you and your higher self? Read that contract. What have you agreed to? What has your higher self agreed to? Get to know your higher self. Get to know what you agreed to. Take a breath in. Are you ready to sign your contract with your higher self? With love? With light? With the higher frequencies of who you are? If so, go ahead and sign your contract. Imagine what that feels like, signing your contract. Yes, I contract with my higher self. My I am, that I am. Take a breath in. Put your pen down. Come back to your heart. Notice how you feel. Anchor that feeling in your mind and in your heart and in your body. And with that awareness and with that agreement with your higher self, begin your day again. begin your life again, begin your journey again, walking a path of love and light and wholeness and divine connection. Breath in, breath out. Anchor it in. And so it is with great love that we are so pleased at the work that has been done here this day. So in love and in great gratitude for all that is done here, we bless you and we send you to bless the world. And so it is. And come back and be with us.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Morganne. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Morganne.
Jeannie, is there something you want to say?
I'd like to say thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And it's wonderful to be with both of you and share these discussions and these powerful moments. And I just feel blessed being here with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm completely the same. I feel blessed I have both of you, and I can get all this knowledge, all this incredible knowledge and skills I can get just chatting with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, and thank you everybody who is watching us now, and thank you everybody who will be watching us in the future. Please, if you watching us now, please go and back and watch more and more and more of our videos. We have plenty of videos for you to watch, so go back and watch it. Also, just now before this show, I had one show with great person, artist who is time traveler. So please go watch that show as well. Don't forget like, share, subscribe for my YouTube channel so many more people can see us and find this wonderful information. So from our hearts to yours, thank you very much for watching and God bless